What's going on, everyone? It's Super here, and welcome to another Mortal Kombat X video. Now today I have a Q&A video for you guys, but before we get started, I just want to check this out. Let's appreciate this 100% Vortex with Ermac. It's awesome that I got to hit this because normally I don't, because normally people break, right? They don't want to lose the round. This guy didn't break. Why did you break, my friend? You gave me the highlight of a lifetime, 100% Vortex with Ermac. Ooh, yes. Man, that is definitely one of my favorite little sequences that I've ever had in MKX, because like I mentioned, it's so rare because normally you either drop the combo, your opponent guesses right and they block correctly, your opponent breaks. Everything literally had to go perfect there for me to get that. So leave a like rating on the video for that 100% Vortex. It's definitely one of my favorite things that I've ever done on MKX. But here we go. I have a Q&A video for you guys. I still have some questions left over from the last one, some really nice ones. So if you guys have any of your own questions that I've never answered before, make sure you guys leave it down in the comment section. So here we go. All right, first question comes from Kaniki, and he asks, what type of brand new characters do I want to see in MK11? I guess he wasn't really specific on what type of brand new characters, like like the look or gameplay style or anything like that. So I guess I'll give a couple answers here. I would like to see more just ninja characters, and this is just the fanboy in me of the old palette swap ninja characters, because realistically now, Ermac and Reptile are not ninjas. They're not considered ninjas in the Mortal Kombat X universe or in Mortal Kombat now. They're just not ninjas. Reptile is a reptile, is his own race, and Ermac is a mummy now, pretty much. So the only like real ninjas are Scorpion and Sub-Zero. So I kind of want to see some more ninjas in there. If they put in Noob Saibot, I would be completely fine with that. Noob Saibot would be perfect. Other than that, I think other characters like Ferritor, like just big giant characters, Ferritor, Goro, the big huge characters, to me at least, are really fun to watch because just the way they animate, like I really love the way Ferritor animates. Not only because he has, Farah on his back and he throws her, and Farah runs around all over the place trying to get on Tor's back. Characters like that with unique designs that are really huge. Those are some of the new characters that I want to see, new characters designs that I want to see in MK11. So ninjas, maybe one more ninja. If they put in Noob Saibot, I'll be completely fine with just adding him. It's all good. Ninja and Ferritor type characters, like giant characters that just look really, really cool. So moving on here, Pavs, talking about Noob Saibot, he asks, do you think Noob Saibot has a better chance of making it in MK11 now? So Noob Saibot is confirmed to be alive, okay? So Noob Saibot in one of the intros, I don't remember who it is, I think it's Boraicho and Sub-Zero. It said that Boraicho. It said that Bihan is alive, right? So Bihan is Noob Saibot. He was the first Sub-Zero. He got turned to Noob Saibot. He's confirmed to be alive. So I'm looking forward to see if he's going to make it in the game. I think NetherRealm knows that he's a fan favorite. I mean, everyone loves Noob Saibot. He's definitely one of the biggest fan favorite ninjas. I think he's right up there with Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Of course, those two are, in my opinion, in a league of their own. Sub-Zero and Scorpion are like the most recognizable characters in Mortal Kombat. They've been there since the beginning, but I think Noob Saibot, just the way he looks, his powers, I think he is right up there with being very close to being as popular as the classic ninjas. I think he's right up there with like Ermac. Reptile, of course, is very, very popular. All the classic ninjas are popular, so Noob Saibot fits in that category. So it would be very hard for me to say that he won't make it in MK11. I was expecting him even to make it as a DLC character in MKX, and he never ended up coming true. So hopefully during MK11 he comes back full force and he looks sick as ever. So yes, I definitely think that Noob Saibot has a huge chance. He's right there. Look, that's a Noob Saibot, title card. They even teased us with a Noob Saibot title card in MKX, and they never gave him to us. So hopefully he's going to be in MK11, and I'm going to go on a limb and say yes, I think he's going to be in MK11. Let's see. Kanix. Oh, I think that's another question by Kaniki. What do you think of guest characters now that we got Alien, Predator, and the rest of the guest characters? And do you think that MK11 will have guest characters? So what I think of guest characters is probably different than what other people think of guest characters. I know there's a huge number of people who absolutely despise guest characters because they feel like it takes away slots on the roster for whatever a specific character that could possibly be from that franchise. For example, Injustice 2, if they have Spawn in there, people are going to be, or some people are going to be upset because they're going to think, oh, that roster spot could have been for Static if he doesn't end up making it, or a DC character. Same thing with, Leatherface, Jason, all these guest characters. In Mortal Kombat X, people were saying, oh, Noob Saibot could have made it instead of these guest characters. They're just taking up roster slots. And the way I look at it is I want variety. I really do. I want variety. I play pretty much every character in MKX. A lot of characters have different play styles, and having a character be a guest from a franchise totally different from what the game is, I think it gives it that extra variety, and it's something for people who might not be interested in Mortal Kombat. If they like Jason Voorhees and they think he looks really cool, they want to see some fatalities, they just want to play with their favorite horror movie icon, they might purchase Mortal Kombat X and end up liking the game, and then they end up playing it, and we get another player who's playing Mortal Kombat X now. So I absolutely love guest characters. Don't get me wrong, I don't want the whole roster to be filled with guest characters, but for Mortal Kombat X, we had 4 guest characters out of almost 40 characters, total characters in the game. So that is completely fine with me, and it brought a lot of cool gameplay and variety. The guest characters, honestly, and I'm speaking 100% truth, at least in my opinion, the guest characters in Mortal Kombat X are, all 4 of them are like in the top 10 of most fun characters. And there's a lot of characters in the game, and I would rather play with the guest characters because their gameplay is so much more entertaining and so much fun because they could go full-on creativity. You just feel like you're playing as a Predator, you feel like you're hunting people whenever you're playing the Hunter variation, and you feel like you're using the character right out of the movie, which that brings another element into loving guest characters, just because I like where they come from. I like the movie Predator. I love Friday the 13th. I love the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I have watched some of the other ones. They're not as good. I think the remakes are pretty good as well. The prequel, not so much, but the remake one was, I think, was pretty good. The new ones now, forget about it. I don't like those. But, I like the character Leatherface. And to me, at least, it just makes me excited to play with those characters and see them in a fighting game and be able to do their special moves and stuff like that. So I love guest characters. And I think we will be seeing guest characters until the end of time, because WB and NetherRealm make a ton of money off DLC characters, and the guest characters, for the most part, are the most sold of all those DLC characters. So we're definitely going to be seeing more guest characters in MK11. So moving on here to another question. Wally asks, do you think NRS would ever consider doing a Conquest mode, not story mode, for a future MK game? And I don't see why they wouldn't. I'm actually surprised that it didn't make it into a game like Mortal Kombat X, because, the game was filled with a lot of single-player content. But now that they have a cinematic story, I really think anything like story-based or anything like that, they're going to focus it on the story mode and then have the towers and stuff. But I don't see why they wouldn't be able to have a Conquest mode. Mostly like the original one. The second one was a lot more in-depth, and it was more of a story mode, I guess you could call it. It wasn't a story mode, the second Conquest, but the first one was more like you pass certain stages. Like you go to villages and then you go in this house and you pass a couple of stages, and then that you had to complete all of the houses in a specific city or village, whatever it was. So it was more like a fun little side game to do. The second Conquest was a lot more, like I mentioned, a lot more in depth. It had a lot more thought into it. So I don't see why NetherRealm wouldn't be able to do that for a game like Mortal Kombat 11, and they're always looking for improvements and to bring in more of an audience and have people give more people more of a reason to play. So Conquest mode would definitely be a great addition to the Mortal Kombat franchise again. Everyone loved it in the old game, so I don't see why they wouldn't do it. Moving on here, last question. Alan asks if I could pick one costume from the MKX mobile version to put into the full game, which would it be? And that is a great question. And I have two actually, and they just came out not too long ago. Number one is the Scorpion. I think it's called Spec Ops Scorpion, where he looks a lot like Noob Saibot. I'll put this picture up on the screen so you guys can see it. That one is really cool just because he looks like Noob Saibot. I actually thought it was Noob Saibot because that special costume came with like the Freddy Krueger edition of Injustice, Mortal Kombat in the mobile version. So I'm like, oh, they brought Freddy Krueger and Noob Saibot in here, but that's just a Scorpion costume. I think it looks really cool. It should have been in the game. And the second one is the Elder God Kenshi costume. That was probably the best costume out of any of them, and I would definitely love to see it brought into a game like Mortal Kombat 11, since they're not going to bring it into MKX. But if it was up to me, it would be either one of those two, more leaning towards the Elder God Kenshi one. So that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on, guys? It's Super here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe or check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.